What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs and besties? Baby Luna is sleeping, so let's go over to the craft area. I've been looking for stuff for our silicone baby. I made this diaper bag. I think the pattern is pretty decent. And here's a nest or a sleeping pillow that can also fit Barbie babies. But before we show you how to make those, let's make a diaper. On a piece of paper, I sketch a pattern. I only drew 1/2 of the diaper and I added a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Now we're going to cut it out, pick out a fabric, fold it over, place the pattern on the fold, trace around it. I had to use blue chalk. I couldn't see the white. Cut it out. I cut out the pattern without the seam allowance, then traced it onto the back of the fabric. I make a mark to leave an opening, place it with the good side facing down on another piece of fabric. I'm choosing white, and sew on the line going all the way around using a needle and thread or a sewing machine. I feel like I have a little more control with hand stitching, so that's what I'm doing. Plus, I find it very relaxing. And I'm keeping my stitches pretty small and close together. I start and stop at the lines marked, trim off the excess, make small cuts around the curves to release the tension, being careful not to cut the sewn line. Carefully flip it inside out, iron it flat, and sew the opening closed. Sew on Velcro to make the diaper. I sewed 2 pieces of Velcro onto the front and then the other 2 on the inside. However, my Velcro just isn't holding as well as I would like it to in such a small amount. So I took the Velcro off a Barbie outfit and sewed it on. And yeah, I think that might work. And it's holding. And here's the diaper on our little baby Luna. I sketched out what I hope will be a top. I haven't tested it yet, so let's cut it out. Let's trace it again and make it one piece. And we might need to alter the arm and the neckline a little. I fold it in half and cut it out. Trace it on the back of our fabric. I place it on a thin white cotton fabric. And of course, you can use whatever color you like. I'm just choosing to go with white. I stitched on the line, leaving it open on one of the sides. Trim off the excess. Make small cuts where needed to release the tension. Then at the little opening, we're going to flip this, which might be a tiny bit difficult. It wasn't too bad. Fold in the open side, then iron everything flat. Sew the opening closed. Sew on Velcro so we can fold it over and it closes in the back. Now we just need to sew the straps together. So I'm gonna take the one in the back and place it a little bit over the one in the front, then hand stitch them together. I thought it was gonna come down more and just look like, you know, like a little overall type of thing. And I'm not getting that. I'm just getting a lot of bulk at the shoulder. So I'm doing it again, and I'm just gonna sew the ends together. Okay, it worked. I think it's a lot neater at the shoulder, and we have a little bit more space at the arm. It's a simple little dress on a Barbie baby. It's pretty easy to place on the silicone baby. And now our little baby Luna has clothes. And it looks pretty neat from the back as well. Let's go ahead and make the little nest pillow or lounger. Here is the pattern that I made. A seam allowance is included. And I cut out the middle, and we're gonna just keep that to the side. We'll need it later. I pick out 2 coordinating fabrics, place the pattern on top, and cut it out. Stack and lay them good side to good side. Sew around the edge using a sewing machine or a needle and thread, leaving an opening so it can be turned inside out. Place the inside of the pattern in the center, trace around it. So on the line, add stuffing through the opening. I'm using tweezers. I find that it makes it a little easier to get around the curves. So the opening closed to make a comfy little nest pillow that's reversible. Let's take a quick break from sewing and check out Little Woodsy's Babies. I got this at Target. It was $2.99 and it comes with one baby character, one crib, one bottle, and one bib. This is a tiny crib. It could possibly be used as a doll crib for a doll or as a little bassinet. There is a surprise figure inside. There are 32 different characters with the possibility of twins. The little cribs come in different colors. I chose to go with tan. Now let's see what our mystery figure is. It's in a little tiny plastic bag, and then it's wrapped in tissue paper. So we're just gonna unwrap that, and we have a panda. It is flocked. We have a little plastic bib, and it comes with a diaper and a tiny little bottle that we can give to baby Luna. The diaper is a little large for a Barbie baby, but it can fit inside of the little crib. The bib is a little large, but you might be able to make it work. The little character has some articulation. It can move at the head and at the shoulder. And I think we can totally pretend it is a stuffed animal in the baby's room. There's a fox and a bear. Let's try again. Besides, we can always use more bottles. Wow, this crib is pretty full. And this bag feels a lot heavier than the first one. Do you think it's twins? Do you think they come with 2 bottles? Because that would be cool. Come on, all this tissue paper. I don't know, I think this might be twins. And there's 2. Yes! 2 raccoon twins with 2 bibs and 2 bottles. And their legs do move. And I think they look pretty good with our little woodland fabric. The cribs are stackable, so we could probably also use this as storage in a doll room. I still want the fox, so I'm gonna try one last time. Okay, and here we have, please be the fox, please be the fox. It's a sheep, but it is kind of adorable. And we have a taller storage unit, which could be useful for storing all of our miniature baby things. Speaking of baby accessories, I found these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 each. They are baby shower favors and they've been around for quite a while. There are 40 bottles in a pack and 36 rattles. These could be nice little inexpensive baby supplies and fun little presents for doll collecting friends. Here it is with a Barbie baby and our little silicone baby, which is a great segue into the diaper bag. The pattern that we made has 4 pieces: the body of the bag, a front pocket, the strap, and a small guide to cut the corner. Let's go with our 2 coordinating fabrics, one for the outside of the bag and one for the inside. Take the pattern for the body of the bag, place it onto fabric, and trace around it. Trace the pattern for the front pocket, fold the fabric over, place the pattern for the strap on the fold, and trace around it. Keep in mind, my patterns are not perfect, but they are free. So, yeah, cut everything out. Cut a second one for the pocket and the bag. Stack and lay them good side to good side. Sew across the top and bottom on the bag with a 1/4 seam allowance. Repeat for the pocket. Here I am also doing a 1/4 seam allowance. Flip them inside out. I iron them flat, sew a straight stitch across the top and bottom of the bag. I only sew across the top on the pocket, then using the pattern as a guide, I place it onto the bag and I line up the pocket I use pins to hold it in place, and then I sew a straight line across the bottom to attach the pocket. All right, so that'll be the pocket, and we'll see that inside of our little bag. Okay, when cut, the strap is about 19 inches long. Fold it in half and iron it. Fold and iron it again to meet the center crease. Then fold it in half again. Sew 2 lines going down the sides. Using the pattern as a guide, place the straps onto the bag, then sew them in place. I went right over one of the existing line, and that's going to add the straps and divide our pocket into 3. I'm going to zigzag my edges to keep everything nice and neat. Fold it in half so the good side is on the inside. Use pins to hold it in place. Sew down the sides using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Take the tiny little template and place it on the corners. At the bottom, I traced mine and I cut on the inside line to remove the little square. Then we're going to just open the bag a little and get that little corner to go flat so we can sew straight across. I opened the seam and ironed it and sewed it at about 1/8 of an inch. Once both sides are sewn, flip it inside out to make a bag to carry all of those tiny little accessories. It can even fit Barbie bottles. So coordinated. Here is one last idea that requires no sewing. Well, kind of. Take recycled paperboard and our little sewn nest, trace around it, take a few minutes to just clean it up and round it out a little, cut it out. I cut a 2-inch strip, cut the 2-inch strip to fit around the other piece, and of course you can adjust the height if you think it's a little too tall. Cover them with felt, then cover with fabric, gluing it down on the other side. Make sure you have good contact. Take macrame cord or jute, twine, or even yarn and use it to cover the bottom of the oval-ish shape, gluing along the way, which is our base. So depending on the size of it, you might have to get a little creative with your gluing. Let's flip it over and then take the long strip and I'm gonna glue it around the edge. With the covered side facing the inside, then cover the outside with more rope. Add handles to make a large bassinet, and our little pillow can fit inside so we can keep little Luna nice and comfy. The bassinet is pretty large, so you can always scale it down if you like. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way our projects turned out today. Our patterns will be available for free to download and print on our blog, myfroggystuff.blogspot.com. Thank you for joining us while we made a few baby items for our dolls. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.